What's going on, everybody? Welcome into TB Sports 27. And we got a big game for you here today. An unexpected game, but a big game nonetheless. A top 10 matchup here between the Mexico City Golden Eagles and the Tampa Bay Mutiny. Now, tonight, we were planning on going live with you guys at about 8 p.m. We were going to jump on. We were going to start streaming with you guys. And we had said that we were going to play our lost season of Revolution Pro Football in its entirety. Well, that didn't happen because, as always, Microsoft decided to push out some updates, and my computer did its update, and then all of a sudden, like what always happens every time there's an update being done by Microsoft, it killed OBS. So OBS wasn't working. I restarted, re-uploaded, did everything I could possibly do to my computer to get it to work, and it didn't work. It would not recognize the OBS would load, but it would not recognize my capture card and any of my USBs. So after about an hour, it is now 9:15. So after about an hour and 15 minutes of fooling around with that, I said, forget it. I gave up, and here we are. We decided to do an RXFL game instead. So sorry about that. Hopefully, in the coming days, we'll be able to bring you back the Revolution Pro Football last season conclusion. What's going on, Zach? Welcome into the stream. So hopefully in due time, Revolution Pro Football will make its return. Sorry that we couldn't bring it to you tonight. We were all set up. We were going to bring you the New York Nightmare and the San Antonio Dragons, but like I said, due to Microsoft and their updates, it did not happen tonight. But hopefully, maybe this weekend we'll be able to bring it back for us. So instead, we got more Week 6 action of the RXFL, and hopefully you're not too disappointed because it is a big one. It is a top 10 matchup. You can see it on the thumbnail right now. The 6th-ranked Mexico City Golden Eagles, seeing them here on the channel for the first time since Week 1 when they took down the Chicago Cougars, and the Tampa Bay Mutiny set to go to battle. It is a Sunday. It's an early Sunday game, and this should be a big one. I mean, the winner of this, if Tampa Bay wins, they'll go to 4-1. If Mexico City wins, they'll go to 5-1, and this is a top 10 battle. So we'll get to see which teams are for real here. Zach getting ready for this Sunday. Yes, this is going to be a big weekend. As always, right off the top, we want to let you know if you can follow along with us on Twitter, here on YouTube, subscribe. We're TB Sports 27 all up and down the line. And if you want to give us a look on Patreon, as always, we would love the support and the love from you guys on Patreon. Ooh, I like the all white. How about that? I think we'll go with that. I think the all white looks pretty sharp. Even more so, I'm gonna hit Patreon. I got hit a little story today. Got hit with the old surprise bill, as they say. I was driving to work and my car fell apart. It stopped running. Well, it was running, but it was shaking quite heavily. And apparently it was one of my cylinders. If you guys know anything about cars, I'm not much of a car guy, but the cylinder on my car, apparently my car had 4 cylinders. One of the 4 went out, so that messed up my car, so I had to drop it off unexpectedly at the Goodyear just down the road. Fixed it all up, and $500 later, I got my car back. So, if you're able to show your love and support now more than any other day, would be the best day for that, considering I lost $500 unexpectedly when I woke up today. I did not think I was going to be out $500, and here we are. So, down in the description below, TB Sports 27 on Patreon, and we're still running our Triple Threat promotion, where you can get 3 streams for the value of 1 on Patreon. So check us out there if you're able, and it would definitely help us out in a big way. So again, you saw the records down at the bottom of the screen: 4-1, 3-1, a top 10 matchup here in the RXFL. Zach's getting hyped up for Hell in a Cell. We got Brian joining us in here for some RXFL action. This is the early game, and then next time we stream the RXFL with you guys, oh, it's a bit of a cloudy day in Florida, here in Tampa. We're going to see the Aviators in another, I think that should be another top 10 matchup. I'm not sure how to look, but we're going to see the Aviators and the Lumberjacks go at it. So here we go. This is going to be a good one. Mexico City, the Golden Eagles, taking on the Tampa Bay Mutiny. And if you guys were tuning in to our other streams, our Revolution Pro Football streams, you kind of learned the history of the Tampa Bay Mutiny, the former Tampa Bay Vipers of the XFL. They then came to the Revolution Pro Football League, and after their unsuccessful first season, they stayed in Tampa, but they were able to kind of associate with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Obviously, you see the Buccaneers signage around. They were able to get an association with the Buccaneers, and people love the creamsicle uniforms, so they made a deal, part owner of Bruce Arians. They brought the creamsicle uniforms back as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers loaned those uniforms out to the Tampa Bay Mutiny, and they brought back the Mutiny name as part of the old MLS name, and there you go. That's the history. So, and in fact, it's a unique situation. The Mutiny only have one uniform. They only have the creamsicles. Maybe they'll wear I think maybe the black alternates they'll wear sometimes as well if the uniforms don't dictate. Now, this could be a penalty, but Galloway is going to bring it out. We talked about the rules here in the RXFL, and here we go. And there you see him, Bruce Arians himself, coaching the Tampa Bay Mutiny, formerly the Tampa Bay Vipers, in their inaugural season. Who attacked them? Brian, who attacked Grimm? Tell us. There you go, Slingin' Sammy. I just watched a piece. I always promote one of my favorite YouTube channels, NFL Throwback, and I watched a piece about the evolution of the quarterback, and of course Slingin' Sammy Baugh had a part in there. I like the all-white unis here for Mexico City. Christian McCaffrey, oh my goodness, he couldn't get far at all. And of course, who was there but the Reverend Reggie White coming in and getting the tackle for loss on Christian McCaffrey. Pretty cool to see Reggie White in the creamsicles, but yeah, Reggie White was right there to stop that, and it was Darren Sharper who ended up getting the official stat line there. So second down and 15 for Mexico City, the House of Black. They had a big pay-per-view match this past weekend. Slingin' Sammy under pressure is able to get it away to Cooper Kupp, and Cooper Kupp's only going to get a handful of yards. He gets tackled by Troy Vincent. Here's a look. If you guys don't remember, we kicked off our new league, the RXFL, with the Mexico City Golden Eagles. They took on the Chicago Cougars in a northern battle. Even though, yes, Mexico City is in the south, they're one of the unique teams where, by the time we did our relocations, as Slingin' Sammy is going to go deep down the field, and what a catch by Christian McCaffrey. Holy smokes. A whole bunch of yards right there, and Christian McCaffrey picking up the first down. We got the cleaner here. What's going on, Zach? Yes. What do you guys think, the new AEW champion? CM Punk. That was a big moment there. Oh my goodness, who was that almost landed on the back of his head? Who was it? Oh my god, that looks terrible right there. That was Derwin James. Almost landed on the back of his head. Holy moly. Okay. Yeah, Mexico City and Chicago kicked it off in a National North battle. Christian McCaffrey was able to break a few tackles, but there he is again, Reggie White. And -6 yards for Christian McCaffrey. So they did credit Reggie White with that earlier tackle. I thought they were going to give it to Darren Sharper. But yes, Mexico City, as we said, when we did all of our relocations, unfortunately, Mexico City, by the time we got to them, it was like, oh, the only team we have left is I forget who we replaced them with. I think the Lions, because Matt Patricia is the coach. Cooper Kupp, just shy of the first down. And so, yeah, obviously it doesn't make sense having Mexico City in the north, but that happens sometimes in sports. You always have the weird alignments. I mean, heck, they have, the South, right? The AFC South. They have the Indianapolis Colts in it, along with the Texans and the Jaguars. That doesn't make a lick of sense. So, who knows? Maybe if we can fix it in the other season, we can move Mexico City to their proper division. But it might be fun. They're going to be in the rivalries with the two Chicago teams and the St. Louis, and I don't want to give a little spoiler when we get into more of our Revolution Pro, but we're going to rename the St. Louis Vikings and the Las Vegas Cardinals based on what happens in the Revolution Pro Football League. So there you go. Cleaner is all in. Summer Punk 2.0. John Morrison is in AEW. Johnny, yes, I saw both of his matches. He is 0 for 2, though, Johnny Elite. That's Christian McCaffrey. Derwin James looks like he's okay. He's healthy, making that tackle. But, yes, Johnny Elite 0 and 2 in AEW so far. Maybe we can play around, too, with the Tampa Bay Mutiny uniforms. Like I said, can maybe throw them in the black unis, or we'll play around with the different helmets. Sammy Baugh is going to drop back the pass and forces that one in. Couldn't find anybody open, and it is intercepted by the Mutiny. So a drive that was impressive. D'Amico Ryans, by the way, with the INT, Killer Cross and Undertaker and The Fiend, the Hanging Triangle. Yeah, WrestleMania 15, right? We'll bring more 2K22 to you guys as well. I was kind of in a football mood, which is why we're doing football right now. I was bummed out that I couldn't get the Revolution Pro Football to work, thanks to my laptop. But we will play more WWE 2K22, maybe this weekend. We'll see. The weekend after, though, is going to be kind of rough because I will be working. I'll be getting overtime, which I'll need, because I'm out $500 because of my car. So I'm going to need all those overtime hours that I can get. So anyway, Steve Young, he's in the mix. I thought we saw Big Ben earlier, but maybe Big Ben's the backup. Let's look at the Mutiny situation here. We saw Ben Roethlisberger out there, and then you see Ben Roethlisberger is the backup to Steve Young. So there you go, and we probably knew that because we played with the Tampa Bay Mutiny earlier. We saw them against the San Francisco Demons. Tyler Rhodes as well on the team. So Steve Young, welcome back to Tampa Bay, as he had a run with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers before venturing off to other teams. Who do you think will challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal title? Yeah, he's kind of getting away with what the heck is this? I thought, what happened to the mandatory 30-day title defense, right? Roman Reigns is going to go 2 pay-per-views without a title defense. That seemed fair. But, maybe he's got Paul Heyman negotiating for him. Who knows? But, I don't know. Drew McIntyre, maybe. Young just standing around, and finally he's going to run. And on the move, he's going to complete the pass. It is going to be caught by Julio Jones. And that is going to be a first down for the Tampa Bay Mutiny. Impressive. Take a look at it in the replay here. What a catch by Julio Jones. What a play by Steve Young. He was also part of the evolution of the quarterback piece that I watched. But yeah, next title defense, maybe Riddle. A lot of people are talking maybe Riddle will be the next challenger for Roman Reigns. Not a good running game on either side. Both Christian McCaffrey and Ahmad Green having their struggles, and you're seeing Jerry Mays a couple of times. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong. Well, Roderick Strong, now he's still he's trying to run the Diamond Mine, isn't he? He's running with an iron fist, the Diamond Mine. Second down and 13. Steve Young, play fake, and again, everyone pretty well covered, so Young's going to take off. He needs a little more speed, and he's going to get tackled for stepping out of bounds. John Abraham on the tackle. So third down and 3, and there you see it. And Bruce Arians, a big part of this Mutiny team. As we said, formerly the Tampa Bay Vipers of the XFL. And after the XFL, oh my God, the delayed handoff did not work at all. Steve Nelson had his eyes on that football all the way, and he brought down Ahmad Green. But yes, the Tampa Bay Vipers in the XFL, and of course the XFL went under before being sold to The Rock due to the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. And then, don't field that one, Ocho Cinco, which I still need to go in there and change his number. He should be 85. But yes, so the Vipers joined the Revolution Pro Football League as part of our expansion. And then when the reunion tour hit oh, look at this run. Christian McCaffrey, big run. That might have even been a late hit out of bounds. Sean Taylor in on the tackle. They had their year. I guess poor Tampa Bay Vipers, they've had 2 years cut short, right? And then it was Bruce Arians who came in and helped broker this partnership with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And renamed them the Tampa Bay Mutiny after the old MLS team. They were investors from the Tampa Bay Rowdies that also had a part in that, and they were able to contract out the creamsicle uniforms to bring them back full-time here in the RXFL. Let's see, who do you think will win the Hell in a Cell, Cody or Seth Rollins? I think Cody, 3 for 3, right? I think it's going to be all Cody. Slinging Sammy, quick pass out there to Ocho Cinco for the catch. The wild card run, but I think you told me the House of Black run, right? I think you told me that, well, isn't that right? Speaking of wrestling, Art Donovan right there, how much does that fell away, right? Stacked lineup, and this is why they're ranked number 8 in the league. A top 10 battle, number 8 versus number 6. Do you like the rankings? Ranking them all here now that we're into week 6. I think that might be our new thing. Once we get into week 6, we'll start ranking the teams. Sammy Baugh dropping back. Quick pass, and he completes it to Jackson, Harold Jackson, who's going to be 1 yard shy. So I have to imagine it's going to be Christian McCaffrey in a defensive battle here between Mexico City and Tampa Bay. Man set in motion. Actually, Leonard Fournette is going to come in the game. Not a bad backup. And Fournette, a former Tampa Bay Buccaneers, used to playing in this stadium. He's going to pick up the first down. So Mexico City, another good drive here, right? They drove last time, had the turnover for them. Look at the blitz, the mutiny, bringing the heat, slinging Sammy. And here they come. And Sammy is going to get rid of it quickly to George Kittle. And there you see the other game at the bottom of the screen. A battle between either Dublin or Austin or Columbus and Portland. And I think we're going to settle on Columbus and Portland, of course. You're going to see them, hopefully, as part of Revolution Pro Football. Columbus, the Columbus Crusaders. And Portland, the Iron Men. Now the Lumberjacks and the Aviators. Do you like the name Columbus Aviators? Part of the game. I guess we can always call them the Columbus Crusaders if we want. We can, we name all the other teams whatever the heck we want, right? The Death Club. I thought House of Black won, didn't they? Okay. Slinging Sammy. He is going to drop back here. And he's looking good other than the interception. Completes it to Kittle. And Baugh, and again, we'll use the old joke as it is. He is actually perfect. The perfect 8 of 8. Because the one 7 of 8 was the interception that was thrown. So there you go. The give back to McCaffrey. Boy, he had breathing down his neck. He had Chad Brown. And just barely made something out of that. So another lengthy drive here from Mexico City. And this should wind out quarter number 1. And it is a scoreless game here between Mexico City and Tampa Bay. 0-0's on the board.
Come on, set 70, India.
Slinging Sammy, taking the snap. He's going to roll. Oh, he's got pressure. Tried to get rid of it. And he's going to get sacked by Smith.
Good job.
Quarterback sack, Neil Smith. There's going to be a triple threat Hell in a Cell for the Raw. I don't think it's going to be inside the cell, is it? Or did they announce that? Did I miss an announcement today? I think the only Hell in a Cell is Cody and Seth. Right? Or did I miss an announcement today? I'm going to look on Twitter right now. Hell in a Cell. Maybe I missed an announcement. Poor Mexico City, they'd hate to have another drive like this stall out after getting down the field. Tough Tampa Bay defense. Slinging Sammy, though, just gets rid of it, and it gets batted away. Looking for Chad Ochocinco, and swatted away by Troy Vincent. So they will have to go for the field goal after another really lengthy drive. Mark Mosley on to attempt the field goal to give us our first points of the game. When you have top 10 battle, that's what's going to happen, and it is going to be good. So there you go. Mexico City on the board first, 3-0 in this top 10 matchup. And you're seeing the replay here as Mosby puts it right through the uprights at Raymond James. A lot of these teams have these new stadiums, but the Tampa Bay Mutiny playing right here in Raymond James. And even with that short kick, it's still going to be into the end zone. They said the rule here in the RXFL, got to return the kicks. We're making that rule official. There's D.D. Westbrook. Steve Young back at it here. I checked it on social media last week. I'm gonna have to look at this again. I'll look on WWE in a moment. Steve Young gets rid of it. There's Chris Carter. Nicely done by Carter. Let's look on WWE.com right now. The official card. Because they had not on Raw. They didn't say anything about that. They only announced the one match being inside the cell. So we are going on WWE shows. Hell in a Cell. Clicking on Hell in a Cell, and I imagine they'll give us a card, right? It just says Bianca Belair to defend Raw Women's title in triple threat match. It is not a Hell in a Cell. According to this, we're going to run this play real quick, but according to WWE.com, it is just a regular old triple threat match. It does mean no rules, though. Boy, Ahmad Green, no luck for him. Negative 11 yards. It's been terrible. Yes, according to WWE.com, it is not a Hell in a Cell. Jamison Talon's perfect bid ended as well. Perfect game over. Second down and 13. Young. Boy, that didn't work at all either. Holy smokes. Mark Gastineau. That's going to be 3rd and 25. So defense on both sides of the ball. Going heavily. I was just going to run it. Madden wants me to throw. We'll try to throw it. But this is a top 10 battle for a reason, folks. Steve Young. Oh, dangerous pass, and it got intercepted. Are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness. How did that one get picked off? Lem Barney.
Good stuff. Keep doing that.
Let's look at that one. Did he really catch that before it hit the ground? There's no way. You got to be joking me, to quote the Iconics. Tipped. Oh, it's close. It's hard to see from that angle. Let's see if we get a video review. It's going to be tipped right here. It was tipped by Joey Browner. We couldn't really see. What do you guys think? What did you guys think? Do you guys think that that was an interception or not? Holy smokes.
Here we go. Set. 60 or. Come on,
Here we go. 1st and 10 to give to Christian McCaffrey. Man at the line, pushes through, pushed past Reggie White that time. McCaffrey got the dub there. On All Elite Wrestling, the Blackpool Combat Club made their 6-man tag team debut. I don't think they wrestled on AEW, did they? Oh, Slinging Sammy. Oh, he's got to get a little more under that. It's going to be picked off. Looking for Cooper Kupp, and that is a big issue with Madden. I mean, what the heck? I should know better. But intercepted by Troy Vincent. And he was looking for an open Cooper Kupp, but he couldn't. Slinging Sammy couldn't get under that one. You got to get it a little higher. I'm playing too much 2K8 these days. Yep, picked right off there. So more defense. The defensive battle continues between the Tampa Bay Mutiny and the Mexico City Golden Eagles. I was talking about. Oh, you're talking about your show. I'm sorry. Yes. Well, that's awesome how they do. They get the win. Nice catch, Julio Jones. Making the reception there. And boy, when you take away the running game here, these teams got to be forced to kind of pass. Only 10 plays so far for the Mutiny. 3-0. Mexico City leading the way. Steve Young. And another terrific catch. A lot of pressure, but O.J. Howard making the grab. Lots of modern players on the this Mutiny squad. Again, second time we've seen them here on the channel. We saw them play the San Francisco Demons back in week 2. How about the blocking? And there we go. The best run of the day for Ahmad Green is going to get him in positive yards. There you go for Tampa Bay. And then we saw Mexico City back in week 1 when they took on the Chicago Cougars. Of course, the Chicago Wolverines, the top-ranked team in the RXFL. They destroyed them. How about that, huh? Steve Young. Chris Carter. Oh, Chris Carter. What a hit. Chris Carter got laid out. In fact, Steve Young is perfect as well, if you want to think about it. His one incompletion was an interception as well. So there you go. Second down and 5. Young continuing to throw it here. Wide open is Julio Jones. And there you go. First touchdown of the game. And it is going to be Julio with his 5th touchdown of the season in the creamsicle. The Tampa Bay Mutiny. Which is a great name, by the way. Somebody needs to bring that back. I guess we kind of did. But somebody in real life needs to bring back Tampa Bay Mutiny. That's a great name. Julio Jones, touchdown in Tampa Bay. Your first touchdown of the game right there late in quarter number 2. So extra point. Steve Christie is good. And the Mutiny lead the Golden Eagles 7-3. Of course, the RXFL action not slowing down in week 6. Some more fantastic battles coming your way, including the Columbus Aviators and the Portland Lumberjacks. That should be a really good battle. I believe another top 10 battle. We'll have to look. And then, of course, our primetime game, our Monday night football game, is going to be the Atlanta Dirty Birds and the LA Kiss. How about Tom Brady versus Gene Simmons? What a battle for the ages of that. Sling and Sammy. Oh my goodness, incomplete. Looking for Cooper Kupp. They've been on opposite ends. Have Kupp and Sling and Sammy so far. Braun Breaker, the destroyer of NXT. I love it. Ball, delayed handoff to McCaffrey. Art Donovan. How much does that guy weigh? Enough to make the tackle. 33 yards on the ground for McCaffrey on 10 carries. Both running backs struggling to get anything going. You saw the New England Nightmare pick up their first win. That was a fantastic game. I would highly recommend going back and watching that. If you didn't get a chance to see it, it was a great game. An incomplete Harold Jackson ate up by the Mutiny defense. And now Mexico City forced to punt this one away. Reggie Robbie. And Bowens, that one will bounce. And he's going to field it. He ends up falling down. So that was a disaster of an exhibition right there by Bowens.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 57. Here we go, G. Here I come.
Steve Young. They give to Green, and Green gets speared down right there. So his running struggles continue.
60 outlaw.
Young dropping back. In the shadow of his own end zone, Chris Carter can't hang on to it. Knocked away by Fred Smoot. First time calling Smoot's name here in this one.
50, plant.
Where's Regal at? Where's William Regal? You know where to be found. 3rd and 10. Steve Young. Pressured again, and that is going to be a pick 6. Young was trying to avoid the safety. We've seen a number of interceptions in this game. The pressure from this defense on both sides has been incredible. Jimmy Patton, pick 6, and that was just a pressure play. And Steve Young, there you go. A rough pass for Steve Young. And the defenses continue to be the name of this game. Who do you think is going to be the next one to step up? That's an interesting one. Who's going to challenge Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship? It's got 3 days to see if she's even going to be on the card for Hell in a Cell, which seems shocking to me that she wouldn't make it. Most of Hell in a Cell seems like a Raw card, does it not? I'm not sure. I know Xia Li seemed like she was kind of getting fired up. Raquel Rodriguez has had her multiple chances and hasn't gotten the job done yet, so I don't know if you can put her on the list or not. I'm going to say Xia Li. Why not? I want to see Xia Li do it. Or Natalia getting everyone riled up. Maybe Natalia. Boy, nobody is open, and Steve Young just tried to run that one, and he ends up getting sacked and tackled by the great Derek Thomas. Good to see him back in football. And surprisingly enough, as well as both defenses have played, that is only the third sack in this game. But, boy, there's no one open for Young. Pressure coming again. Young just getting rid of it to Ahmad Green. And a tackle made by Harry Jacobs. So, continued struggle for both offenses here. Play fake. And Young, oh my goodness, Young is going to get sacked. Gerald McCoy. Steve Young, he's got McCoy right in his face, folks. They have to punt this one away. The Tampa Bay Mutiny, Sean Lendena. Booting this one back. Chad Ochocinco on the return. And we got the 2-minute warning. Decent field position for slinging Sammy Baugh. Have you guys ever been to Raymond James? I have been a number of times. Not only for Buccaneers games. I saw Tom Brady last season throw his record-breaking touchdown pass. If you guys want to see that video from the stands, it is up on our Patreon page. So check that out. Chad Ochocinco with the catch. I also went to Raymond James for WrestleMania as well, both nights of WrestleMania at Raymond James. So I have been to the Ray J multiple times in my time. Slinging Sammy trying to complete the 2-minute drill here. Gets rid of it to Jackson. And that's going to be a first down for Mexico City. So once again, the Golden Eagles have moved the ball well down the field. Their offense only has 3 points to show for it, though. Sammy getting rid of it to Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to go ahead and take their timeout now. Leon Carter represented the Acolytes. And the sinister leader did not come alone. Won the match supposed to be for the United States Championship, Mustafa Ali versus Austin Theory. Yeah, that one's going to be interesting. I don't see Ali winning that one. He's had a rough go of it lately. Second down and 1. I think that is all Austin Theory. ATL all day. First down again, Jackson. And they are starting to run out of time. They got to hurry here. 41 seconds. Sammy Baugh. Once again, Jackson. And the Golden Eagles are going to take a timeout. So a number of times, Harold Jackson has been here to make some big-time plays for Mexico City. And they're trying to get in the end zone here for the end of the first half. Sammy Baugh is going to roll out, and he's going to get sacked. And they're going to have to go ahead and take their last timeout. That was a bad sack by Sammy. I didn't even get a number of who did it. Sammy tried to roll out of the pocket, and he ended up going down. So now there's no timeouts, and Sammy's got to go into the end zone on every one of these throws. Second and goal. He cannot take another sack. Pressure coming, and Sammy Baugh. Oh, he's out at the 1. Chad Ochocinco out at the 1-yard line. So that will stop the clock. Third and goal. Oh, my God. What pressure. Slinging Sammy to drop back. Throws it quickly. Tipped up. It's caught by Christian McCaffrey. Unbelievable the way the ball is bouncing in this one today. Your game of the week, Mexico City and Tampa Bay. It tipped around and Christian McCaffrey got it. And it's a Golden Eagle touchdown. An unbelievable drive and an unbelievable play to end the first half for the Mexico City Golden Eagles. That was fantastic. 17-7 Golden Eagles running away with it over the Tampa Bay Mutiny. I don't know what happened to poor Mosley there. 7 for 7 for 61 yards on that drive. Nicely done. And that Well, we said that was going to be a penalty, right? You booted out of the back of the end zone. So I hate to...
Here we go. 18 Gator. I'm going to run you over.
That'll give him good field position. It's kind of annoying. I hate to have to do this every time. Why don't we just do one penalty? I don't want to have to do this every time. We'll just say we'll try to make it in bounds. That'll just be our own personal rule.
Let's go, fellas.
But I don't want to have to sit there and try to force a 15-yard penalty every time. So 1st and 5. And we'll see how the Mutiny try to play this one. It is completed to Moses. Haven Moses. Tampa Bay calls one of their timeouts. They can at least try to get it down the field and go for a Hail Mary a little bit here.
All day, baby. All day. Ready.
Steve Young looking for Julio. Toss that one into pressure. So 5 seconds to go. They're already calling for the Hail Mary right now. Go for the old shot clock save. Big evil Red Devil, right? Undertaker. 1st and 10. Quick pass, Steve Young. And they get out of bounds with 1 second to go. O.J. Howard. And now the Tampa Bay Mutiny can set up for the Hail Mary. Who you got? I think we're putting it in Chris Carter's hands. Who is he going to be? I don't even know he's going to be the circle. Okay. Steve Young stepping up. Down the field. It's got the distance. It's tipped up and it's out of bounds. That was a great effort by the Tampa Bay Mutiny. Woo! So an interesting first half. Again, left disappointed. We couldn't get the RXFL game in, or the Revolution Pro game in. But this has been a good one. Tampa Bay Mutiny. Wow, not much yards though on the Mutiny side. 85-12. But it has been a good one. Mexico City leads this going into the second half. Bruce Arians trying to see what they can do to get Steve Young and company in gear. Mexico City, again, the 6th-ranked team in the league. Tampa Bay coming in ranked number 8. So, possible playoff matchup here in the National League.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Tampa Bay representing the National League South and Mexico City of the National League North, if you can believe it. There you can see some of the hits that the Mexico City defense has put on to Steve Young. They made it a rough day for him, including one very terrible pick 6 that he threw. 97 total yards for the Tampa Bay Mutiny in this one. The handoff to Ahmad Green, and Green was able to juke forward and get a handful before Jerry Mays brings him down. Only 1 yard, in fact, that they're going to give to McCoy. Play action, and once again, boy, Steve Young barely pulls the play action, and Derek Thomas is right there. I heard on July 2nd, Money in the Bank is going to be in Las Vegas. Yes, in the intimate confines of the MGM studios. That's where Halloween Havoc used to take place, right? At the MGM, same arena, I think. Or maybe more than one MGM in Las Vegas. 3rd and long here for Steve Young and company. And, oh my goodness, it's tipped and intercepted. And it's going to be another pick 6. Unbelievable. That one was Steve Nelson. And that's going to be the 3rd interception for Steve Young, but 2 of them were on these tips. We lowered the interceptions too in this game, just because we were having so many. But, boy, they're piling up, and part of it's me, I'm a terrible player sometimes, but that was just a tip drill. That'd be a good match, Gorillas of Destiny versus RK Bro. We're going to do our G1 Super Card coming up in a couple of Universe Mode months, so maybe we'll see that matchup. Maybe we'll see RK Bro and GOD go at it. Deep kick, Westbrook will field it and bring it out. 24/7, Big Ben is in as a backup. If the Mutiny want to think about maybe giving Steve Young a rest, that is the benefit. Maybe in this league it's not necessarily seen as a benching, but when you got so many legendary guys just waiting to go, it can just be a rest. Chris Carter reaching for the first down. I think he'll be about a yard short. 10 of 16 for Steve Young. He's got the 3 picks. He was indeed a yard short there. The handoff to Green, and Green gets the first down for the Mutiny. 9 yards on the ground. Well, that doesn't help either. When you know you don't have a running game, the Golden Eagles know that Steve Young's going to have to throw it, and that's how they can make difficult decisions in the backfield and force them into those bad situations. But they're moving the ball right now. Julio Jones with the reception down to the 35 for the Mutiny.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
First down and 10. There's the game you're going to see Monday night, the Dirty Birds and the Kiss. And Ahmad Green again is nowhere to go. Lem Barney that time making the stop. Second down and 14. Second and long. The Benjamins and the Wolverines. Play fake here. Young, wide open. O.J. Howard can't hang on to it. He was wide open, and he took a hit by Joey Browner. And he lost the football. Oh, man. That's rough if you're a Mutiny fan. They're going to go for the screen. And Ahmad Green is going to get the first down and then some. Green trying to stay in bounds. What a play on 3rd and long for the Tampa Bay Mutiny to stay in this one and to have life. That was a big business play right there. My goodness, that was big. Steve Young. Nobody open. He's going to dance around. He's going to fire it in there to Ahmad Green. Second down and goal. Commander Aziz's debut. Where's Commander Aziz been? He hasn't been around for a while. Oh my goodness, another big hit, and that was Barney. Once again, second tackle for a loss. Ahmad Green had the nice play on the screen, but besides that, it's been a struggle. Touchdown! Julio Jones. That's his second of the game, and the Mutiny are still in this one, folks. Do not go anywhere just yet. The Tampa Bay Mutiny have life. Cesaro versus Commander Aziz. Can Cesaro do the swing? I don't know. That's a big man. That might be the one that stops him. Look at the big scoreboard there. That thing is awesome. The big video board. Boy, where the heck is Mexico City? There's nothing but orange, like creamsicle, pardon me. Creamsicle short shirts. Short shirts. Shirts down the field. So cut into the lead a little bit here. Have the Mutiny. We'll see how Mexico City responds. You see the lack of rushing yards on both sides. Sammy Baugh to Cooper Kupp. And Cooper Kupp going to get stopped for getting the first down. 166 for slinging Sammy. He's got the sleeves on in the warm Tampa Bay summer. They hand out to McCaffrey. And once again, the struggles of the running game continue. And Reggie White. I mean, what the heck do you expect? Reggie White, who was previously on the Salt Lake City Fury for joining Tampa Bay. Cooper Kupp's pass swatted away. And Mexico City will have to punt it away. Credit to both of these defenses. I mean, the fact that we even got this many points on the board is incredible because both defenses have been playing lights out. That one will indeed bounce into the end zone. And that is where Steve Young will take over. So, could this be the beginning of the comeback for the Tampa Bay Mutiny? We shall see. Young in the gun, empty set. And he's going to fire that one in there to Julio Jones. His X Factor might be heating up. Julio's had a big game here today. 91 yards receiving for Julio Jones. Big business. The give to Ahmad Green, and Ahmad Green has the first down. Now, I don't remember. There must be an injury, which we maybe should look. Wasn't Ricky Williams the running back before for Tampa Bay? Or am I thinking of San Francisco? Maybe it was always Ahmad Green. Let's look at the depth chart. Because I felt like they had a really strong running game. Maybe he was on the Demons. I have to go back and look at that game. Figure out what happened to Ricky Williams. Or maybe I'll just check and see if he is on the Demons. I'll just get my folks mixed up. Ooh, terrible block right there. So you can't even put that one on Ahmad Green. When the O-line's not blocking, that's what's going to happen right there. Bruce Aaron's not going to be happy about that. 2nd and 10. Young just dumps it off to Green. 16. Take away the 3 interceptions. It's a decent game. 16-23. Over 200 yards, but the 3 INTs definitely stick out. But again, 2 of them were on tip drills. So whether or not you want to put all that on Steve Young or not. Intercepted once again. 4th interception of the game for Steve Young. Jerry Mays with the INT. And it's not been a good day for Steve Young. I think he was trying to hit Julio Jones on that slant. And we may be thinking about seeing Big Ben at some point here. Mexico City can start to put this one away if they can get back up by 3 scores. Sammy to Cooper Kupp. He's caught a number of passes today. And again, Sammy's looking good. Take away the 2 interceptions. Those are some pleasant numbers. 4 catches for Kupp. Not a lot of yards, but that's the big story right there. The rushing yards on both sides of the ball have been a disaster. There, oh my goodness, that one. What a big hit right there by Derwin James. And that forced the incompletion on George Kittle. Slinging Sammy, dropping back. Cooper Kupp, I don't know how much loss of yards he's going to get there. Did you all hear Charlotte got married? Yes, she did, and it was WWE even posted about it. Andrade, congratulations to the happy couple. Did you see Andrade, speaking of family, has a new family member in AEW. Roosh. Oh, God, apparently I hate that, Madden. I click it at the top of the thing, but it doesn't register. I hit X at the top. So, obviously, that one was no good. And Steve Young getting another chance. Undisputed Diamond Mine. It's an interesting name. It is a mouthful. It's a lot of syllables. But, you know, if it has all the group, diamonds are forever, so is Diamond Mine, right? Continuing to pound the rock. 14 carries for Ahmad Green. But what do you do in this situation for Tampa Bay? The running game's struggling. Steve Young's throwing interceptions left and right. That one is on target for Chris Carter. And Chris Carter gets run out of bounds. You're going to add Zach Green to your universe. 1st and 10 for the Mutiny. Much of a struggle it's been. They're in this one. Man, that one was a gutsy pass for Steve Young, but he finds Julio Jones. That'll put Julio up over 100 yards receiving. Big day for Julio Jones in Tampa. 111. Where did Julio go to? He got traded from the Titans already, didn't he? He's still on the Titans. Someone let me know in the chat. What team is Julio on these days? 1st and 10. Steve Young to throw it again. And it's going to be to Ahmad Green. So 3 seconds, and that is going to tick it down. So we go into the fourth. It's a tight one. A top 10 battle has lived up to the hype as promised. Tampa Bay is driving. They're trying to make this a ball game. The Mutiny, the Golden Eagles, number 8 versus number 6 in the National League. Haven Moses held out of the end zone by Jimmy Patton. And the Mutiny, they're knocking. Green, Derek Thomas was right there. Second and goal for Young. In the gun. Boy, he's going to try to run it himself. No. The footing, I could not get my footing, by the way. I was trying to plant my feet. Let's see if we see the replay. I could not plant my feet at all. That was very an ugly running. Let's see. Watch this. Very awkward to run. Steve Young should be able to run all over the place. Watch the feet. And then, like, I tried to run, and then that, look at that right there, that move, both of those. I was literally holding the joystick up, and the game did that. That and that. Like, I was trying to scramble, and that's what happened, so that was terrible. All right, third and goal. I mean, at least a field goal and make it a 7-point game. The Acolytes, UDM. Is that what their chest says? Steve Young dancing around. Holy smokes, touchdown, Chris Carter. What a play. And the Mutiny are within 3. They're a single score away in this top 10 matchup in the RXFL. Steve Young danced around in the pocket and found Chris Carter. That was a play that would make Clarence Carter blush. Extra point upcoming. And we got a hell of a finale here in Tampa Bay. Oh, they're getting hyped up. They are getting hyped up in Tampa. It will be fielded deep by Galloway. There we go. 24-21. You haven't had much of a running game if you're the Golden Eagles. Straight up the gut by Christian McCaffrey. Obviously, there's a lot of time. I don't think you can play too conservative. That was 5-yard pickup right there by McCaffrey. They're going to try it again. Big opening again for McCaffrey. That's going to be the first down in Mexico City. It might be the Christian McCaffrey show here on out. Still lots of time left in this one. Good blocking up front. This is the best we've seen all day. It's going to be frustrating if you're a Mutiny fan. You've held Christian McCaffrey in check the entire ball game, and then all of a sudden it's getting down to the fourth quarter, and now you're starting to let him run all over you. That's another big game, the Huskies and the Lancers. And there goes the Mutiny coming in and getting the stop on McCaffrey. Matt Patricia, pencil ear himself. 2nd and 10. Completed to Cooper Kupp. Third down and 1. And stepping into the game is Herschel Walker. The great Herschel Walker for the first time. And he's going to get the first down for Mexico City. How about that? With the game potentially on the line, Herschel Walker gets the call, and he gets the first down. I have never seen that show in my life, Brian, to be honest with you. I've heard of it. Is that like, was it Mark and Morty or Mork and Mandy? What is that show called that everyone likes? Dip and tip for Mark and Morty. Morty and Mort. I don't know. Is that the same show? Sammy Baugh to throw it here. Wide open, Chad Ocho Cinco. And the Tampa Bay Mutiny in the worst time right now. Letting Mexico City run all over them. But they've had a lot of successful drives like that. That's been the thing. Most of their points have come on defense, yes. For Mexico City, the 2 pick sixes. But they have driven down the field. Rick and Morty, yes, that's it. You knew what I was thinking. I've never seen that show either. The give to Leonard Fournette, so they're getting all the running backs in there. Walker, Fournette, and McCaffrey. Time ticking down for the Tampa Bay Mutiny. At the very least, they can maybe hold them to a field goal and make it a 7-point game. We can get some bonus football. Baugh connects with Cooper Kupp. 20 of 27 for Slingin' Sammy. 3.5 to play in this top 10 battle. Sammy Baugh is going to be forced out, and Slingin' Sammy is going to run it and pick up the first down.
Let's go.
Sammy Baugh first down, and that is a bad situation if you're a Tampa Bay Mutiny fan.
Here we go.
They can wind this clock all the way down, though at least get past the 2-minute warning here. Timeouts are going to start needing to get burned. They'll try to run this play before the 2-minute warning. And they will. Oh, Christian McCaffrey, big moves. There you go. So Tampa Bay will have to call one more timeout. Well, it'll be their first timeout, rather. What do you do if you're Mexico City? Go for the end zone? Or just run it? Try to give them to force them to use a timeout. Play conservative. Ball's going to change some things at the line. They are going to throw it. Caught by Kittle. And the Mutiny call a timeout. So here you go. Decision time now for Mexico City. You make it a 7-point game and make Tampa Bay go the distance, or you go for a touchdown. If you get it, Tampa Bay is pretty much out of it. They're going to go for the sure thing. They're going to take the chip shot field goal here. Interesting call. Mark Mosley for the extra, well, basically shorter than an extra point. That is going to be good. So, the Tampa Bay Mutiny are going to have to go the distance here. And actually, they would win it, rather, with a touchdown. I actually kind of messed that up. I thought that made it a 7-point game. That was my mistake. Boy, maybe they should have gone for it. Because if they missed it, they still would have had to go 100 yards. Well, that was my decision. We'll see if that come back to hurt Mexico City. I was thinking that it was going to be a 7-point ball game, was going to go to overtime. Tampa Bay would actually win with a touchdown. So hold everything. Maybe Mexico City should have gone for it. We'll see what happens here on this drive. Can this defense stop Steve Young? Wide open is Chris Carter. 278 for Steve Young, who has had a day despite the interceptions. Play the triangle, right, Brian? Steve Young. Pressure coming, getting rid of it, completes it to O.J. Howard, and the Tampa Bay Mutiny are in business. 297 for Steve Young. What an ending. We've seen some great Week 6 games so far. Young. Dangerous pass. O.J. Howard had it swatted away. Knocked away by Harry Jacobs. Incomplete. Still 2 timeouts for the Mutiny. 53 seconds is where, it was a big deal if they did get the field goal. But now Tampa Bay has to get the touchdown here. Young just gets it to Ahmad Green, and Green goes out of bounds with Derek Thomas there, and down 300 yards for Steve Young in this one. Here we go. Quick pass by Young. O.J. Howard makes the catch that time, and the Mutiny will take their timeout. Raymond James is on their feet. The creamsicle is back. Compliments of the Tampa Bay Mutiny. This was a deal put together by Bruce Arians. The Tampa Bay Vipers of the Revolution Pro League. They ended their last game with the historical 80-point battle with the Fury, and here they are. Intercepted! Intercepted, Mexico City! Mexico City's going to take the win on the 5th interception of the game from Steve Young. Oh my goodness, what an ending. Jimmy Patton got him again. Oh, was trying to fit the tight window. And Patton, I don't know who gets more credit, Patton or what. Steve Young, 5 INTs. Let's look at this play because this is going to be the game clincher. Let's see what your options are. I mean, maybe you go over the middle, but you see everyone's pretty well covered. And it looked like Steve Young made the throw as soon as Haven Moses made his break. So I think Steve Young was anticipating Moses making a wider break than he did. You can see this is where Steve made the decision. Look at this. Thinking that Moses was going to end up here and open. But a big break on the ball. You see that. And actually, that's actually controversial. Could this have been pass interference? Look at this. I think that should have been pass interference, and that wasn't called. You can see again where Steve Young throws the ball here, thinking that Moses is going to have the open field. He gets jammed at the line by Patton. We got controversy. What do you guys think in the comments? Brian, Zach, is this pass interference? Look at this. I think that's pass interference all day. He impeded Moses' running right there. Oh, man, that is controversy at its finest right here in the RXFL. A controversial ending, I would say. They're going to take a knee. Obviously, Tampa Bay can call one more timeout, but it's not going to matter. Brian says definitely pass interference. It's Squid Games out there, says Brian. So Mexico City's going to steal one. They're going to go to 5-1. The 6th-ranked team. Arians is not happy. A controversial ending to this RXFL game, as Tampa Bay Mutiny is going to say they got robbed on that one. A pass interference not called. Not the first time in football history. Won't be the last. But the 5 takeaways was the takeaway there. And Mexico City is going to take this one in a controversial ending. Completion percentages were great for both guys. McCaffrey finishes with 57 yards. Ocho Cinco, 53 yards. While we're thinking about it, let's go in and see if we can't change Ocho Cinco's number. And we will see what team that Ricky Williams is on. Because I think it was on Tampa Bay, but I guess not. But let's go in and do some editing here. Wow, that was a fantastic game. Again, sorry we couldn't get the Revolution Pro brought to you. That's the Mutiny's ball, Brian. But we were able to at least bring you this game here tonight. Let's look at wideouts. And is there other 85s? There's not, so we should just be able to make Ocho Cinco 85, right? Oh, there is an 85. Who's got 85? George Kittle. Well, you know what? George Kittle, we got to make the change, right? It doesn't make sense to have Chad Ocho Cinco out there and not have him be 85. It's got to be 85. So we'll make that change happen. Boom, there you go. There he is, officially 85. I don't know how these contracts work in this game. Once they get, like, to a certain point, or they're all going to demand so much, or they all worth so much. Who knows? Let's look at the Demons here. Oh, that's where Ricky Williams was. Okay. So, okay, well, there you go. That makes sense then. I'll have to go back and look at that other game. Okay, so next time out, when we play more RXFL action, it is going to be the Lumberjacks and the Aviators. Now, let's look at where they are. And look at that. The North is stacked right there. Let's look at the National North. Check this out. The Wolverines, 5-0. The Golden Eagles, 5-1. The St. Louis Rhinos. That's right. It's going to be the St. Louis Rhinos going forward. No longer the Vikings, even though they're obviously going to have the Viking logo. But just pretend that horn is the logo. And the Cougars down there at 2-3. So a stacked lineup there. But let's look at the rankings. And here you can see the Lumberjacks ranked number 3 in the league. And you can see, actually, the Aviators way down there. They're at 16. So not quite a top 10 battle like I thought. But 16 versus number 3 the next time out. And then, of course, you're going to see the LA Kiss ranked 7th, taking on the Atlanta Dirty Birds. So that's what's coming your way. The RXFL. Thank you guys so much, as always, for tuning in to the action. Brian, Zach, everybody, thanks for being aboard. And, as always, we will see you on the next time out.